So here I am standing in the companionway. So this area of the yacht is called the companionway. Usually has its own hatch. We call that the companionway hatch, which should always be closed when you're working out on deck. We have a few more bits of deck hardware over here. So clutches on both sides. Clutches or jammers are used to stop the line when you're not using it. So these are clutches here. And then another bit of kit that most yachts will have is at least one, if not several, winches on deck as well. So this is called a self-tailing winch. Self-tailing means that the line itself will tail itself on the winch. You don't need two people operating the winch. You can do with just one. So moving all the way to the back of the boat now, the aft of the boat, we have the helm station. So this is where we steer the boat from. This is the wheel. We do call it a helm on a boat, so that's the helm position. Some boats are fitted with a tiller. You can steer with a tiller, but it's still called the helm. So that's the helm there. We also have these cleats on the side. We'll talk a little bit more about knots later on, but that would be where the boat is cleated off. So how we tie the vessel to the dock is via the cleat. And then finally the backstay. We talked about the forestay at the front of the boat. The backstay is the cable that is holding or giving tension to the mast from the back of the mast. So a few more bits of terminology there. We've got the helm station, the cleat. Come back to a couple more winches. We have our port jib sheet over here on the winch, on the self-tailing winch. So anything that's attached to the head sail is called a sheet. That's used to trim the sail. We also find our furling line, which has come back to the cockpit area. This is the one that we talked about before that is attached to the furler, the drum at the head of the boat to the head sail. That's the one that will release the head sail and help to pull it back in again. We also have our jack lines on the deck. And then finally, all the way aft, we have our main sheet, which is used to control the main sail, so we can bring the sail in and out. We also have a little bit out of shot there, the traveller, which helps to bring the sail more towards the centre of the boat and further out if we're travelling downwind. So a bit more terminology: traveller, main sheet, we have the furling line, we have the jack lines and the port sheet as well.